Okay, about to glue on this one piece here. I wanted to share this little thing as well that I just got. This is Gorilla Glue Super Glue Brush and Nozzle. So this is CA with a brush and nozzle, attachment thing. And I think I got it more for the brush. I think the brush idea is pretty nice, so I'm going to give it a try. So anyways, let me glue this piece on here. And get a few more T-pins out just to have. I'm trying not to block the camera here, but I can't make any guarantees on that. Hey guys, PerkyPlanes and RC here, operating at 2.4 gigahertz. Kind of got a little bit of a slow start with the Tiger Moth. Let me kind of show you sort of why there was a little bit of a slow start. This crap right here. Yeah, basically what happened is our area got hit with a pretty bad, like, wintry mix kind of thing. Dumped about 6 inches of snow at first, then probably about a ½ inch of ice on top of that, and then another 2 or 3 inches of snow. So as a result, everybody, of course, was preparing for the storm and preparing basically in the event that there was going to be a power outage, with the ice and everything. And so kind of what happened there is normally I use, basically we have a gas heating system in the house with that's forced air, and so there was that kind of thing that if we lost electricity, our gas furnace wouldn't of course kick on, because it needs electricity, of course, to run the motor for the fan. And I pretty much out here in my building, one of my heat sources I do use in the building is propane. And so it became a situation of, like, well, with the storm and everything else, there was obviously people buying propane, all kinds of stuff. So it became a situation of, when I went to go look, propane was already sold out. So I had to kind of more or less conserve what I had. So I really couldn't keep my building all nice and toasty. I needed to keep the propane there in case we had a power outage and didn't have any extra or any alternate sources of heat. So I was trying to conserve my propane there for a bit. So that's kind of why, like I said, it was kind of a little bit of a slow start. Some other things why this was a slow start. The other thing is this wonderful thing known as the instructions. And I have to say, let's see if I can get a good zoom in here. What the hell is scarf? I later found out what it meant. Basically, you're butting two pieces together, and then, of course, securing them. So, anyways, this is kind of a breakdown here, or showing you what I've got so far on the Tiger Moth itself. Now, just a couple preliminary things here I do. Of course, I cover all my plans in wax paper. That way the glue doesn't, go seep through that and get to the plans or anything. So if you've never done this before, invest in some wax paper. It will save you for sure. Another thing is, too, T-pins, and lots of them. So got plenty of those, as you can kind of see here, scattered across the thing. I know some people, and I think even these instructions even say pin the balsa to the plans. I never was one to do that. I've always kind of done it this way, where I sort of use the T-pins to sort of brace it in place and not actually, go straight through, the balsa itself. I want to kind of maintain that integrity there. So I just use it like this. I kind of stagger my T-pins to sort of hold the actual piece in place. So anyway, scarfing. Not scarfing down food. Let's see if I can get it in frame here. Yeah, here's this. This is the piece right here that I had to scarf. butt it up against each other, and then, of course, glue it in place. So there's that. And I'm all for giving myself a little bit of excess. This is, when it comes time to get the more finishing touches, I'll be trimming some of this excess stuff off. So I always believe in giving myself a little bit of excess when I'm doing some of these pieces here. So yeah, that's kind of where it's at. And I mean, basically all I can say is this is how I'm interpreting the instructions and the plans, and hopefully I'm doing it right. We will see. What I can tell you so far is I do these pieces here, and then I have a duplicate piece here or a duplicate that's going to fit over top of this, and then I'll also glue the sticks to that as well. So this is just one side, basically, is what this is, and then we're going to, of course, create the second side. And like I said, hopefully I'm doing it right. That's kind of my interpretation from what I can gather from these crazy plans. So we will see. And something else with the plans too. Aside from the crazy and rather kind of enjoyable British language and trying to figure these things out, another reason to show that it is British. Nothing here is in inches or anything like that. It is all metric. So that's become a very interesting thing as well, to be like, okay, what what is that in inches? You get so used to using the American system that when you get a metric, you're like, what in the world? Now, something that's kind of helped me with this is this neat little caddy here that I picked up. Actually, this is another bob piece as well. Has these cool standard and like a metric conversions on it. So that's helped me a little bit in trying to figure that out too. But yeah, this has been an interesting build so far. And like I said, I'll keep on sharing my experience and joys and frustrations and all that good stuff. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much wraps up what I've gotten so far on the Tiger Moth. I did want to kind of go ahead and mention this as well. I know I mentioned that this is going to be a series of update videos. From looking at the instructions and trying to translate those the best of my knowledge and trying to figure out the plans to the best of my knowledge, what I've sort of calculated is we're probably looking at about... this is more of an approximate number, probably about 5,625 updates to provide for this build. So that's about how many video updates we're going to probably see on this thing. In all seriousness, I don't know. We will see. But I am figuring at least probably a good significant number of updates. And I figure probably as the build goes on, once things are kind of coming together, that it'll just kind of really kind of take off a little bit. But yeah, it's fun, and I still got all my hair, it looks like. Of course, I will say at my age I've been gradually losing hair too. So but anyways, that is all from me, guys. I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.